What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the Odd Shepherd channel, coming to you with a Monday edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize and every great content. It's going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Sunday, interesting little slate. Didn't have a lot of bets on the card here, but Minnesota Lakers, that's going to be coming up here in the evening window. I have no idea who's going to be playing here yet. Going to be waiting on some news. Probably going to be firing up some goodies for that one, that's for sure. But otherwise, a pretty relaxing weekend for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you were able to jump into the college basketball streets. Hey, speaking of, I know Ben Raza, Mac, and Jesse, you're going to have a ton of content going here over on the Odd Shopper channel. Be checking that out here for the tournaments this week, and then the big tournament that starts next week, that being March Madness. It's officially here, starting one of the best month stretches in sports. We have the Players' Championship this weekend. We have the Masters within a month. We have tons going on the golf side of things. From the NFL perspective, we're getting ramped up, getting ready for a draft. Yeah. We're going to just talk about 48,946 wide receivers. That seems to be the case. And then, of course, baseball. MLB Lindy's coming to you in 2.5 weeks. Actually, might be like 10 days, depending on if I want to do something here for the Dodgers and San Diego Padres. Obviously, I definitely do. We're gonna be firing that one. Producer Jacob, you in? He was just entertaining me and being nice. And then he made a lefty swinger. You lefty? It's pure. Anyway, to the picks we go. Friends, it's second half NBA season, and nothing says second half NBA season like the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Detroit Pistons here. 218.5 total. Nobody is going to be attending this basketball game, and if they do, they have sadness and pain in their heart, or they own the team. So one person that will not be super sad. Anyway, our guy Jalen Duren's playing basketball, so that's fun. In fact, I want to talk about him. I want to talk about a lot going on in this game just from a prop perspective, because I think that might be the only thing I'm interested in. Charlotte +4. This is pretty efficient. I doubt this line moves any which way here. You do have the interesting deal that happened the other day with Jalen Duren. Gets bye-bye, nah, wave, 2 texts, call it a day. Have a good one. But they're perfectly healthy now. You got Asar Thompson back off the injury report. Quentin Grimes is probable for this one. There are tons of minutes to be diluted amongst the Fontecchios. The James Wiseman in the backup center position. Evan Fournier, Marcus Sasser still playing some minutes here and there. And then, Quentin Grimes now back in there playing 16, 18 minutes. Again, it's very hard to pin this down. Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, we know that they're going to play tons. Jaden Ivey, his minutes can be fluctuated. And then Stewart and Jalen Duren, those are going to be your two guys for Detroit. So I'm going to be paying close attention to them, but I actually want to focus more on the Charlotte side. Specifically, we got Misic, who's somebody who's been starting nonstop here. Brandon Miller, you're going to continue to have Bryce McGowan's out, LaMelo Ball out, Cody Martin out, Mark Williams out, and Trey Mann is doubtful. So Misic going to be starting here at the point. He's been filling it up decently. So in the over of 23.5 PRA the other day, that was fun times. But Davis Bertans playing tons of minutes here, 28 minutes. And now Grant Williams inserted into the starting lineup. They do have Pokusevski, who I think is going to end up carving out some minutes come down to the end of the season. Not like we can take advantage of that in the prop market. Nobody's going to have a line on Mr. Pokusevski. But just saying, there are going to be more minutes going towards some of these bench guys, because I can't imagine Grant Williams is going to play 32, 34 minutes the rest of the way. But for the time being, I think 12.5 is a pretty low number going up against Detroit. We know defensively they don't bring a lot to the table. They don't bring a lot of anything to the table. They bring Cade Cunningham to the table, and that's a good table if he's the 4th best player on your team. 3rd best player on their team? Yeah, you could probably win a title having him be your 3rd best player. Anyway, Grant Williams over 12.5 points. That's just sitting -120 just about everywhere. I want it to come down just a little bit, either in the juice or drop to 11.5. Doubt you're going to get that, though. And then Jalen Duren to double-double. Look at this number. He'd been closing around -150, -160. It's at -200 right now. I'm not going to bet that either. What an overcorrection in the marketplace. Now, one thing I did entertain was like, hey, do I bet the double-double and then the under 11.5 rebounds and try to middle it? What an insane thing to think in your brain. That's a terrible bet, terrible way of doing it. Again, math wins out. This would have to drop inside of -165 to be able to put it on the card, but need to see some better numbers here for either of these. But hey, they're the best plays currently available in the game. Match number 2, Phoenix taking on Cleveland. Phoenix, really good run good when it comes to this matchup. Cleveland will be on a back-to-back, and they're obviously going to be without Donovan Mitchell. They're obviously going to be without Evan Mobley. Both of them going to be out for quite some time here. And then, well, you're going to probably look at 38, 40 minutes coming off of a sludge it, duke 'em out Brooklyn matchup here on Sunday. Karis LeVert ends up starting, which was a weird thing. Very curious to see when props drop here. Now, Max Strus and Dean Wade, both of them, probably one of them gets back at least. Maybe you get both. And again, Donovan Mitchell sounds like he's getting close, but it's not going to be there anytime soon here. Evan Mobley, yeah, still 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, it sounds like. So, yeah, Phoenix, Devin Booker back, Bradley Beal back, Kevin Durant there. I mean, this is a really good run spot here. Phoenix, we are heavily on the under of 48.5 wins. Looking pretty good. We're going to need this one. No, we actually don't need this one at all. But it would be nice to get this as a bonus, and they are the dogs. Here's the thing. I'm going to bet them. I don't know how you possibly look at Cleveland on a back-to-back and even money on the Phoenix side, getting Devin Booker back and not pull the trigger. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. Just do it. This line has to move. Just has to. I don't believe that the books are actually going to devalue Phoenix that much. Again, somebody who's heavily invested on the under of their win totals, I'm actually going to be backing him here in this spot. Kind of a win-win for me when you put it that way, but I do think Phoenix 55 to win 50. Quick little, 50? Well, that's if you're getting the 1.5. And then, yes, again, just money line, even money. 50 to win 50, 100 to win 100. Easy game. Let's talk Oddshopper. Spaced out there for a second because I was so excited to tell you about the OS Premium Tools Discord insider access that we have going here. Friends, I'm telling you, easiest way to make money. It's not by just listening to me every single day, skipping to my picks and firing up. No. We have tools that are smarter than humans. Yes, that seems to be the trend everywhere in the world right now, but it's especially true in sports betting, friends. The OS Premium Tools, whether that is in legal or non-legal states, yes, the fantasy optimizer for prize picks, underdog, everything as well. Great opportunity to jump into the streets here for just $15 a week, $50 a month. Oh, but it gets better, friends. Use promo code Lindy, that is me, Lindy. You put that into checkout when you sign up at the link below, and you get yourself those expert picks, that Discord, those premium tools, all for a first week $12 package or $42 to have your first month of OS Premium. Again, you can get my betting card every single Sunday through Friday. You can get everybody's betting card every single day that they're firing up anything there in that premium Discord. We got our guy Eitan Shander. We got Ben Raza. Again, Makajeski. You're going to want to have these guys at your disposal in that premium Discord for the tournament. Just telling you, it's coming down the pipeline. Jump in now. Take advantage of Oddshopper Premium. 20% off. Promo code Lindy. Back to the picks we go. We've kind of been dilly-dallying. Again, Phoenix, pretty straightforward half unit if you ask me. Again, it's a back-to-back there for Cleveland. Nothing of the sort here. We got a pretty clean schedule the rest of the way. Pretty clear. No back-to-backs, so that's exciting. You got Dallas at Chicago, and hi, Luka Doncic. Nice little triple-double he had the other night. Did you see it? 39, 10, and 10. The stuff he's doing on a daily basis is just asinine. And now, this is a definitely like trudge it out, slug it out, slow-paced Chicago team, and yet we have a 231.5 total. Why is that? It's a high total. It's because Dallas has no interest in playing defense, and they're playing up in pace, and they're throwing P.J. Washington out there, and then true center minutes are starting to come down, even though Daniel Gafford's been playing okay since he got inserted into the starting lineup. Derek Lively Jr., he's been in timeout. He's been a bad boy, but, well, not really. He's just fine. He's just a rookie who needs to figure it out, and Luka likes himself the pick and roll there with Mr. Gafford right now, so it is what it is. We're going to watch that happen, and obviously Kyrie, he pretty good too. Now let's talk Chicago, because Chicago's starting to put it together. They're starting to look like they have some semblance of a chance, not to get out of the East, don't get me wrong, but maybe win a series come playoff time. Kobe White playing a massive amount of minutes here. You saw him against the Clippers, 41 minutes there the other night. Golden State, Utah, Sacramento. Chicago's happy after a 4-game road trip to be back home. But again, Sacramento, Utah, Golden State, Los Angeles Clippers. Interesting little run, and you know what? They went 3-1 on the trip. So pretty happy with the results, I'm sure. Getting Dallas here in this spot, obviously going to be very, very competitive, but we're starting to see some nice minutes also out of the likes of Mr. Alex Caruso playing 36 against the Clippers the other night. Again, the Drummond and Vooch thing, it makes sense in certain matchups. This is obviously not one of them, but for the most part, I'm happy with Caruso healthy and with Torrey Craig back that they're getting away from doing that ridiculousness. I think Vooch rebound props were something I tried to get on the other day. Glad it didn't necessarily work out for me in that regard because, well, he fell half a rebound shy in back-to-back games against Golden State and the Clippers, 11 on each of those. We'll see where the final number. Maybe we get the 10.5 and we're all set to party, but it just depends on where you're looking. I was looking at some alt lines, that's for sure. But as I see this one, how do we not look at Luka Doncic's triple-double? It's got to be the first thing you're paying attention to here. Assist rate up a little bit makes sense when you have guys like PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and PJ Washington, the true shooting is still horrendous. You got Derek Jones in the starting lineup. You can get Mr. Josh Green out there, played 27 minutes in that spot against Detroit, looking better and better and better, but Dante Exum closing basketball games here, even when maybe he shouldn't. That Miami spot ended up working out for them. They won the game, so cool, but I'm looking at Luka to create. I'm looking at Luka to continue to just play 40 minutes a night. No regard for humankind. Jason Kidd doesn't care. He doesn't care about your feelings. So let's bet it here. I'm expecting some nice plus money. Again, the line is not officially out. That's why it's a lean like, but want you to know how interested I am in it with the like button. Better than plus 150? That'd be nifty. Golden State, San Antonio, my goodness. I thought I was going to end up jamming this one. Thought I was going to end up jamming Golden State minus 6.5. And you know what's funny about data and math? Is that sometimes it does the exact opposite and you come in on the San Antonio side, which is exactly what we had here. Now, the very glaring obvious thing is that Steph Curry is out. Chris Paul inserted into the starting lineup. Trayce Jackson-Davis going to probably end up starting here in this spot. They're going Paul, Podziemski, Kuminga, Green, and they said they want to make more minutes for Trayce Jackson-Davis, which is kind of ironic to me because they're just like eliminating all minutes for Kevon Looney and all minutes for Lester Quinones and all minutes for these other dudes. But obviously getting Chris Paul back, having him play 30 minutes and look pretty decent when he's played out there. Obviously an embarrassing loss to San Antonio at home here. And now they go on a road for the home and road split here back to back. Oh, and they get Devin Vassell and Victor Wembanyama out there too. So like, oh boy. Yeah. The more I looked at it, the more I ran it, it made sense that the Sims have this being more towards the San Antonio side, and here is why. Victor Wembanyama, friends, since the beginning of the season, has just been transcended. He's been transcended. But now, coming off of an ankle injury, we're almost just guaranteeing ourselves 28, 30 minutes of him a night, whereas before, at the beginning of the year, you were getting anything from 23 to 27 minutes, and that was kind of like, I mean, he's still pretty hard capped at 32, 34. We're not going to see him exceed those kind of minutes unless it's an overtime period. We saw 38. That is his high point for the entire season against Toronto. And that was back in November for what it's worth, getting dinged up. But he is off the injury report, hasn't played since the 5th. He's been a top 5 player in basketball when on the floor, which is just, again, asinine to say about this basketball player right now. But he gets more done on the defensive end than just about anybody who's ever played in the modern NBA. I can't think of somebody else who gets more done in terms of diverting shots, in terms of just hands in the right place all the time. That sounded creepy when I said it like that. But Victor Wembanyama, friends, he's a winning basketball player. And adding Devin Vassell to offensively carry part of the load there for him, somebody who got paid this offseason and obviously has been playing 38 to 40 minutes because Pop has no regard for his safety or health or anything else. Keldon Johnson, nice game against Golden State. Good matchup for him yet again here. And Zach Collins, a very serviceable backup 5. So, yeah, San Antonio plus 6.5. We've been backing Golden State a lot. In fact, I haven't bet against Golden State one time in 2 months, which is an insane fact. We've been on their side a majority of the time, much to our benefit. Again, 34, 28, and 1. Let me just say, this run that they went on was very nice. We needed it, but we also need to make money here. Betting San Antonio plus 6.5 here. I am more than happy to do it. I don't know how Golden State goes out and initiates offense here without their star, Steph Curry. I know how you get $150 in bonus bets, though. Bet 5, get 150 down at the link below, friends. It is only available in 9 states right now. Yes, you heard me. 9 states where Bet365 is active. They are Arizona, Colorado, New Jersey, Louisiana, Ohio, Virginia, Iowa, Indiana, and Kentucky. Check this out down at the link below. That is good stuff, my friends. I know North Carolina is coming here very, very shortly here. You can sign up down below. So if you're in any of those states, go to the link down below. If you have legalized sports betting in your state and you live in Arizona, Colorado, New Jersey, Louisiana, Ohio, Virginia, Iowa, Indiana, or Kentucky, you sign up down below. Bet $5. Takes you 2 minutes to sign up. You bet 5, you get 150 instantly in bonus bets. Seem like a good deal? That's because it is. It's only if you're 21 and over, 18 and over in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. 2 more games. Let's get to the lock, shall we? The evening window of basketball is beautiful and horrendous at the same time. We have back-to-back opening 13.5-point lines. This one is Denver at home. Next one is Boston on the road. We'll go to the ins and outs of this one, but a lot more interest in this one. I have a small play on this one already, but there's room for this to go up here. A couple of things that we have to be factoring in, and I just want to see where this line moves and see if I'm getting the right read on this. Actually, no, I think I am. Toronto, we've got RJ Barrett questionable. He has that illness. He sat out last time. Surprise scratch out of the middle of nowhere. Chris Boucher got dinged up at the end of the last game, which actually matters because he's back in the rotation, and Bruce Brown, questionable here as well. You could be looking at Quickly, Trent, Agbaji, Olynyk. Again, he'll be starting at the center spot. And I think Grady Dick would slide into the starting lineup there for sure. Javon Freeman, Liberty, going to be playing a little bit more as well. So you got to pay attention to the news in this one on the Toronto side. And maybe the public just jams this to 15.5 without thinking twice about it. I'm at least a little bit apprehensive. Obviously, the pace, 225.5. We're going to have fewer possessions. Denver's playing such good basketball, and they're really, really fun to watch. But this is just one of those tried and true. What happens in the fourth quarter if you're up 20 and you're looking at the bench units? Because it's Reggie Jackson and Christian Brown and Justin Holiday and trying to carve out a minute or two here for each one of those guys. I mean, we've had Peyton Watson in this rotation for quite some time, so a little bit more shored up on his minutes than some of the other pieces here from this game. But as it stands right now, I am thinking that this should be closer to 15.5. And yeah, this borderline lock situation, again, a lock for me means a unit or more. It is more of a matter of phrase than it is saying this is an absolute smash lock. I hope you understand that by now. That's the whole reason this was devised in this system. But as of right now, it is a like that could be upgraded to a lock. Again, it is my favorite play that exists here on the board out of these 6. But that's without a lot of props showing up. And you should know by now, Daddy likes himself some props. So I'm going to be heading to the prop market. I'm going to be in the premium Discord, and I'm sure I'll be throwing some freebies out over on the old X at Eric Lindquist. You can follow me there. But 13.5, not enough here when you start factoring in that Toronto, the worst team on the defensive side of the ball since the All-Star break. No Scotty Barnes. No way to really initiate offense with anybody besides Emmanuel Quickly, opening things up for Gary Trent and Agbaji. It's so weird to say his name and be serious that he's out on the floor. Probably should just bet Joker triple-double and move on with our lives too. It seems like fun. Yeah, Denver minus 13.5. As it stands right now, favorite play on the board, but just a half unit on it. Could upgrade it here a little bit more. Let's pay attention to news and try to read the tea leaves. And our last game of the night, Boston, 13.5 here in Portland. Pretty wild stuff, Boston, I'm very happy with them. Obviously needed them to beat up on Phoenix. Again, that under 48.5. Very heavily backed on it. Shout out to Delano Banton, though, the Portland side. Really like what he's done here. He's kind of a bigger framed Brandon Boston, who, by the way, took the soul directly from the body of Giannis Antetokounmpo today. I mean, I know Milwaukee won, but your soul is mine. It was pretty incredible stuff. A little Shao Kahn for you, for the people. Anyway. Rather talk about Mortal Kombat 0 or Mortal Kombat 1? The new one? Haven't played it yet. It's been out for a while. Hasn't it? It's been out for a while, I think. Huh. All I know is the new movie sucked. Anyway, we are looking, friends, at the other side of this one. Boston, you had Kristaps Porzingis sit out. Didn't matter. It doesn't matter what your name is. Al Horford, probably going to be the guy who does a lot here. He's doubtful. Kristaps Porzingis is doubtful. Al Horford playing. I have him in for 30 minutes. I think that makes sense. That's kind of what they've done nonstop. And then Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett. Those are your 3 off the bench. Very consolidated minutes, very easy to know what we're getting there. Do pay attention to Jabari Walker there for the Portland side of things. I think there might be an opportunity to short a DeAndre Ayton or a Tamani Kamara or a Chris Murray. We'll see where some opening numbers are in the prop market there. But I think that's I think that's a sneaky piece of news because Jabari Walker is good enough where he can play himself into extra minutes. So obviously it's all a range of outcomes. It's what is the number and what is the price? What is the number? What is the price? Everything's a good bet within reason. This is not a good game to bet at the moment. Boston, my team minus, well, said like 1913, minus 13.5, just a lean here. Let's get ourselves the heck up out of here. I'm going to go study some baseball. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. So you know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist here on this lovely 6-gamer we have on Monday. Sure, there are going to be a ton of props coming down the pipeline for me. So stay tuned for that. Follow me over on X at Eric Lindquist. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up there. And then the premium Discord, if you're there, you get the preferential treatment. You can DM me. You can ask me questions. You can tell me how much I suck when my picks lose. Haven't heard that a lot lately. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Thank you, producer Jacob. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Monday.